we're gonna be also asking the masters of Egypt and the Nile to come in and help us ground divine presence. And so when our body is not grounded on earth, or our soul is not grounded in our body, I should say, this is because there might have been complications at your own birth. And so if a child is born backwards, like myself, and I was also a cesarean, so I came out feet first. In the middle of me trying to come out the womb with my feet first, um, they stopped the process and brought me out through cesarean birth. And so through the cesarean, because I didn't go through the birthing canal, there is a part, there can be a part of me that has not yet embodied my purpose, because in many cultures it is known that the way that you come out the birthing canal, even through the memory of your head going back and forth and then making the movement of going out the birthing canal, is not a genetic memory. And that movement, basis on what direction your head goes in first and foremost, or even if you come out sideways, yeah, or the left or the right, it resembles on how you are embodying your medicine on earth. And because personally I was cesarean and they took me out unnaturally, then there have been many moments in my life where I haven't felt my grounding of presence. I haven't felt my soul or my spirit completely here with me in my body. And it made it easier for me, because I didn't embody my purpose through going through the birth canal, no genetic memory of that bodily information. Because you get information when you go through the birth canal. There's like a definite amazing definite codes that happens when you go through the cervix. It's like, oh, your breath of life is not forced upon you by being ripped open from your safe place, but you get a choice. And so my choice was to come out feet first because it seemed funner. No, I'm just kidding. But and so because I don't have that connection though that other people can have when they embody their purpose through the head movements and even the neck movements, it's been easier to use leaving my body as a coping mechanism. For many, many years of my life, and even when I was younger, I struggled with suicide. And so the masters of Egypt can help ground the divine presence. And so when calling on the universal law of free will, the masters of Egypt are within this law. And they also say, these masters of Egypt, and whatever medicine they have forth, is a part of also our creation and the essence of our soul. Because there are all these amazing masters all over the world with all these different cultures, and they all resemble, in the greater perspective of it all, like an eagle, you could see it in a greater perspective, that they all tend to resemble a beauty found within the power of love. Yeah, and so spiritual masters have created this peace amongst the essence of love, and they've found clarity within their truest essence. And it is only through grounding this presence. And so we might have had like an ancestor, a relative, or our mother, or our father, who wasn't truly fully present within our life and wasn't truly fully present within their purpose. And no matter how they're born, a lot of people don't live within their purpose. A lot of people stay comfortable. A lot of people stay stagnant. A lot of people are told what they do, and we're great creatures of listening, so we just follow these same cycles of suffering and we don't question anything. And then if a child questions, we question that child, but it truly is a sign of genius. It's truly a sign of intelligence when a child ask questions about certain laws in place that don't align to the spiritual laws of the universe. And these children are so tuned into the light that they come in now, 2024, knowing who they are. And even a few years later than me, because I'm in considered the generation of the indigo or whatever. And even a few years later than me, you could really see people with this clarity. And it's amazing to witness. And so we are also going to be holding space for the inner child that didn't feel these feelings. And so when we pray, our Creator is asking us to be honest with every single little thing that we have experienced, every single little feeling that that huli, like that bowl, that stone, yeah, the shame, with every form of shame that we experience, with every form of withdrawal that we experience, like apologizing to our Creator for misbehaving outside of love, and apologizing and forgiving ourselves for we did not know any better. They say forgive them for they do not know what they do. But sometimes forgive ourselves because we do not know what we do, because these are generational curses. Yeah, and so with the healing of our ancestors, calling in masters of Egypt, grounding in our divine presence, and holding space for the inner child through making peace with our memories. And so our memories are these like strings in time, yeah? And these memories are so medicinal for who we want to be. It's like Creator sees us and we're this little stone that has a lot of puka, like a lot of holes in it, and we need to be rolled over in the stream over and over again so we could become shiny and smooth, and so we could be used and utilized, and our medicine could be utilized to help the future generations. And so sometimes these holes within our own stones, within our own perceptions, can influence the way that we relate to ourselves. And so this prayer is to, of course, prepare for the star children. So how are the children and their purity and their essence are going to come to your heart and your mind and your body and your spirit and come in through that connection through making love if your relationship is not right with yourself. And so it's like taking that step back, because I feel it's a work in progress. Even me, I have a work in progress for the rest of my life and for the rest of our lives, to sharpen these edges and become more honest and more honest and more honest with ourselves. And so even the things within the realm of the unknown, because some people, they've done a lot of work and they feel like they don't really need this kind of prayer, they don't really need like preparation, but yet their baby's not coming, yet their man is not coming into their life, the father of their children, the one that Creator set forth to father your children. For whatever reason, this reflection is not coming in, but yet you've done a lot of work, and maybe it could be within the unseen. So for now, we call in the unseen and all the unseen stones within our bowl of light to be hulied for any space that we need to hold for our inner child, memories that we have forgotten, that we've put way back into the back of our mind, that we need to sit with and we need to hold space with and we need to love on continuously. We pray in gratitude for being able to hold this space, and we pray again in gratitude for making peace with our memories. And however we're supposed to do that, we are not spiritual bypassing, and we are making relationship and honoring these memories while asking for assistance in letting them go or putting them on the shelf, or however you want to see it, compartmentalizing, and not even compartmentalizing, but just making it so these things don't hinder the path that is here, that is to come, and for the babies that is coming to the planet.